So I just left the movie theater and I saw Tron ARES. And I know I don't normally do movie reviews for non-comic book related things, but this one is important to me. My dad and I watched Tron when I was really young, and I even went with him to go see Tron Legacy in theaters. So because I lost him back in May, I felt like there was an obligation for me to go see this movie. And like, I can hear him in my head right now. He would be like, Junior, as Tommy Lee Jones once said in Men in Black 2, this is a great example of go home and do it again. Because the best way I can describe this movie to myself is it feels like somebody really enjoyed the skin off of a human being and just took that skin, and as they were walking away to go put it on, they really liked their shoes, so they grabbed their shoes and went ahead and put it all on and tried to be a new thing. Because that's what Tron ARES feels like. It feels as if somebody really enjoyed the aesthetics and the lore of Tron and Tron Legacy, but then didn't understand what made the franchise special. And like, some people are kind of being harsh with this movie and saying like, oh, even Tron fans won't like it. But no, Tron fans are gonna like it. They're just gonna tilt their head a little bit and wonder why about like 60% of the choices that were made in this movie. Like, it feels like there was a bunch of good actors here, a great aesthetic, but a horrible script, and somebody told all the good actors to act around a coat rack. The coat rack is Jared Leto. Jared Leto is one of the biggest failings of this movie, along with the script. Because like the cinematography, the Nine Inch Nails soundtrack, some of the acting, it feels like there was all the makings of a good movie here. But then you have your lead and a bad script, and it all kind of just meh. Like, just to get Jared Leto out of the way, like, I understand the whole point of this movie was to be Pinocchio wants to be a real boy, but like, when did the real boy ever happen? Like, it feels as if there's just a man made out of plastic the whole movie, even when he's supposed to be trying to exhibit feelings. And straight up, Athena, like, she in the movie felt like what Jared Leto should have been. Like, Jodie Turner-Smith, she acts her ass off, but even for her, it feels like there's two different scripts vying for her good acting. Like, she's one of my biggest standouts of the whole movie. Like, her, Evan Peters, and Greta Lee are trying so hard to elevate this script, and it breaks my heart. Because you have Greta Lee, who's trying everything she can to be the best co-lead of this movie she can, but then everybody who is a Tron fan or who saw the last movie is just kind of sitting here like, where's Sam? Where's Sam? Where's Cora? Where's Sam? Where's Cora? And like, even the hand wavy thing they do at the beginning of the movie doesn't make any sense, because if you watch the last movie, it genuinely doesn't make sense why Sam and Cora aren't here. So you have this very talented actress trying to like make you believe she is worthy of the Encom Empire and that like she has this goal to redeem and finish what her sister started. But like, I feel so bad for this poor woman. Then you have Evan Peters, who is genuinely vying for like the best legacy character ever to be put on screen ever. Because like, you had Edward Dillinger Jr. working for Encom in the last movie, and like they kind of acknowledge the existence of Dillingers in that way, but like they don't talk about how Dillingers have always hated Flynn and all that stuff. So like, it didn't really do anything. But then here you see this really cool dichotomy where they're trying to like rebuild and honor the legacy of the Dillinger family, and Evan Peters plays that chaotic grandchild so well, where he thinks he has the vision, he has what needs to be done to redeem the family and make their empire great, and like, dude is selling it so well, but there's just a few plot holes in there, and I'm just like, damn, I wish you had a better script. And like, that's the thing, you see the makings of such a good project here. You see the ability for these actors to do something great, but then there's just a coat rack. Like, even when he's talking to Jeff Bridges, Jared Leto can't give me anything. And I'm just like, why? And it hit me during a specific scene in the movie, who could have done this better? Cameron Monaghan, like famous from being on Gotham and Shameless, and he's Cal in the Star Wars video games, like he's in this movie for like 2.5 seconds, and he tries to give agency to Jared Leto as a character, but Cameron Monaghan would have been a better Ares for this franchise, and it bugs me so much that you had such a talented actor only be in this movie for 2.5 seconds, and he would have been such a better lead for this movie. Like, I need somebody to sit Jared Leto down and tell him he just is not cut out for acting. This is round 3 of him ruining franchises, and round 2 of him ruining potential starts for franchises, and I'm just like, dude, just go make music. It's okay. Like, some people just aren't cut out to be on screen, and that's okay. Like, there's a moment that makes me keep scratching my head where they do this thing, and it makes me wonder, why is this movie called Tron if they're not going to honor Tron? Like, they do a little homage and then colors change and it feels kind of cool, but then where's Bruce? Why isn't like Bruce sort of like flickering in Ares, or why isn't Bruce's voice coming out of Ares for 2 seconds? And I'm just kind of sitting there like, why is this movie called Tron if you're not gonna like care about Tron? Like, Jeff Bridges doesn't even mention Tron or anything in his little cameo. Like, I'm sitting here wondering why we're even wearing Tron as a, like the franchise label if we're not gonna even homage anything correctly. And like, the director of the movie said this really dumb thing when he was asked like, where's the rest of the people from the last movie? He goes, some actors just don't want to come back. But then it ended up being horse crap, because like a few weeks later, the actors were at a con and they were straight up said, we weren't asked to come back. So, you know, like, there's all this hand waviness of why Sam and Cora aren't in the movie. They don't even acknowledge Tron at all. And I'm just like, you really, really just liked the skin in the shoes of this franchise, and you thought you could make something with just the skin in the shoes, and it just doesn't work. Like, I feel like with a better script and somebody who actually gave a crap, this could have been amazing. And for what it is, 6 out of 10. I'll give it one more point than the IGN score, like 6 out of 10, but like, you know, go home and do it again. Have a great day.